When the monk has abandoned craving, cut it off at the root, made it like a palm stump, done away with it so that it is no longer subject to future arising, then that monk is an arahant who gains destroyed, one who has lived the holy life, done what had to be done, laid down the burden, reached the true goal, destroyed the fetters of being, and is completely liberated through final knowledge. Stop here for a moment. So here the Buddha is talking about the 10 evil karmas and the 10 wholesome karmas. And monk is liberated by abandoning craving. Apart from Master Gautama, is there any one monk, Master Gautama's disciple, who by realizing for himself with direct knowledge here and now enters upon and abides in the deliverance by mind and deliverance by wisdom that are taintless with the destruction of the taint? Stop here for a moment. So here he's asking, besides the Buddha, are there other arahants? And here you see arahants, he mentions two types. One is liberated by mind, the other one is liberated by wisdom. I think yesterday we saw in Sutta 70, the Buddha mentioned two arahants, two ways liberated and liberated by wisdom. That's why I mentioned that two ways liberated is the same as liberated by mind. And because liberated by mind means liberated by mind as well as liberated by wisdom. And the Buddha said, there are not only 100 vacha, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 500, but far more monks, my disciples, who by realizing for themselves with direct knowledge here and now, enter upon and abide in the liberation by mind and liberation by wisdom that are taintless with the destruction of the taints. Apart from Master Gautama and the monks, is there any one nun, Master Gautama's disciple, who by realizing for herself with direct knowledge here and now, enters upon and abides in the liberation by mind and liberation by wisdom that are taintless with the destruction of the taints? There are not only 100, 2, 3, or 500, but far more nuns, my disciples, who by realizing for themselves with direct knowledge here and now enter upon and abide in the liberation by mind and liberation by wisdom that are taintless with the destruction of the taints. Stop here for a moment. So here the Buddha is saying that his monk and nun disciples, they are far more than 500. Should be a few thousand arahant monks and a few thousand arahant nuns. You see from the Vinaya books that it is mentioned there are about 1,060 arahants, the first 1,060 arahants who attain liberation with the help of the Buddha, and practically all of them attain liberation just by listening to the Sutta discourse. And the Buddha chose those people to give the Sutta discourse to. Those people the Buddha went to generally were those who had attained the jhanas. So when the Buddha spoke the suttas to them, they immediately understood and attained arahanthood. Apart from Master Gautama and the monks and nuns, is there any one lay follower, Master Gautama's disciple, clothed in white, leading a life of celibacy, who with the destruction of the 5 lower fetters will reappear spontaneously in the pure abodes and there attain final nibbana without ever returning from that world? There are not only 100, 2, 3, or 500, but far more men lay followers, my disciples, clothed in white, leading lives of celibacy, who with the destruction of the 5 lower fetters will reappear spontaneously in the pure abodes and there attain final nibbana without ever returning from that world. Stop here for a moment. So here he's asking about men, lay followers who lead a life of celibacy. That means they abstain from sexual relations. So during the Buddha's time, there were also thousands of laymen who, even though some of them may be married, but they live separately from their wives, and they practice very hard. They sometimes they practice in their room. They take their room to be like a cave for a monk, and they don't leave the room all the time they can. They stay in the room and meditate and attain the jhanas, and then they destroy the 5 lower factors, meaning they become anagamin, non-returners, and will be reborn in the Suddhavasa heavens, pure abodes, and from there attain Nibbana, enter Nibbana. So you see, there are some laymen, they also lead a life of celibacy, like monks, but instead of wearing the robe, they prefer to practice at home. That is also possible. Only thing is, it's harder to practice in the home because you are surrounded by other people, and if you don't socialize with other people, people tend to come and pull you out unless your will is very strong. Just refuse to associate with people and keep aloof from society. Anyway, whatever we want to attain, without strong determination, we can never attain anything. Apart from Master Gautama, the monks and nuns and the men lay followers clothed in white, leading lives of celibacy. Is there any one man lay follower, Master Gautama's disciple, clothed in white, enjoying sensual pleasures, who carries out his instruction, responds to his advice, has gone beyond doubt, become free from perplexity, gain intrepidity, and become independent of others in the teacher's dispensation? And the Buddha said, there are not only 100, 2, 3, 4, or 500, but far more men, lay followers, my disciples, clothed in white, enjoying sensual pleasures, who carry out my instruction, respond to my advice, have gone beyond doubt, become free from perplexity, gain intrepidity, and become independent of others in the teacher's dispensation. Stop here for a moment. So here the Buddha says, his men lay followers who live at home and live a normal lay life, enjoying sensual pleasures. Thousands of them have attained Sotapanna and Sakadagamin, first fruition and second fruition area. These two, Sotapanna and Sakadagamin, they don't need perfect samadhi. Perfect concentration means the 4 jhanas. So even with the upachara samadhi and threshold concentration, which is very near to the first jhana, or just the first jhana, person can become a Sotapanna and Sakadagamin. Apart from Master Gautama, the monks and nuns and men lay followers clothed in white, both those leading lives of celibacy and those enjoying sensual pleasures, is there any one woman lay follower, Master Gautama's disciple, clothed in white, leading a life of celibacy, who with the destruction of the 5 lower factors will reappear spontaneously in the pure abodes, and there attain final Nibbana without ever returning from that world? There are not only 100, 2, 3, 4, or 500, but far more women lay followers, my disciples, clothed in white, leading lives of celibacy, who with the destruction of the 5 lower factors will reappear spontaneously in the pure abodes, and there attain final Nibbana without ever returning from that world. Apart from Master Gautama, the monks and nuns and the men lay followers clothed in white, both those leading lives of celibacy and those enjoying sensual pleasures, and the women lay followers clothed in white, leading lives of celibacy, is there any one woman lay follower, Master Gautama's disciple, clothed in white, enjoying sensual pleasures, who carries out his instruction, responds to his advice, has gone beyond doubt, become free from perplexity, gain intrepidity, and become independent of others in the teacher's dispensation? There are not only 1, 2, 3, 4, or 500, but far more women lay followers, my disciples, clothed in white, enjoying sensual pleasures, who carry out my instruction, respond to my advice, have gone beyond doubt, become free from perplexity, gain intrepidity, and become independent of others in the teacher's dispensation. Stop for a moment. So here the Buddha says, just like the men lay followers, women lay followers also, they are those who lead lives of celibacy, have attained the third fruition, anagamin, thousands of them. And also those women lay followers living the home life and enjoying sensual pleasures. Also thousands of them have attained Sotapanna and Sakadagamin, the first and second fruition, just like the men. Master Gautama, if only Master Gautama were accomplished in this Dhamma Vinaya, but no monks were accomplished, then this holy life would be deficient in that respect. But because Master Gautama and the monks are accomplished in this Dhamma, this holy life is thus complete in that respect. If only Master Gautama and the monks were accomplished in this Dhamma, but no nuns were accomplished, then this holy life would be deficient in that respect. But because Master Gautama, monks and nuns are accomplished in this Dhamma, this holy life is thus complete in that respect. If only Master Gautama, monks and nuns were accomplished in this Dhamma, but no men lay followers clothed in white, leading lives of celibacy were accomplished, then this holy life would be deficient in that respect. But because Master Gautama, monks and nuns, and men lay followers clothed in white, leading lives of celibacy are accomplished in this Dhamma, this holy life is thus complete in that respect. If only Master Gautama, monks and nuns, and men lay followers clothed in white, leading lives of celibacy were accomplished in this Dhamma, but no men lay followers clothed in white, enjoying sensual pleasures were accomplished, then this holy life would be deficient in that respect. But because Master Gautama, monks and nuns, and men lay followers clothed in white, both those leading lives of celibacy and those enjoying sensual pleasures are accomplished in this Dhamma, this holy life is thus complete in that respect. If only Master Gautama, monks and nuns, and men lay followers clothed in white, etc., were accomplished in this Dhamma, but no women lay followers clothed in white, leading lives of celibacy were accomplished, then this holy life would be deficient in that respect. But because Master Gautama, monks and nuns, men lay followers, etc., and women lay followers clothed in white, leading lives of celibacy are accomplished in this Dhamma, this holy life is thus complete in that respect. If only Master Gautama, monks and nuns, men lay followers clothed in white, etc., and women lay followers clothed in white, leading lives of celibacy were accomplished in this Dhamma, and no women lay followers clothed in white, enjoying sensual pleasures were accomplished, then this holy life would be deficient in that respect. But because Master Gautama, monks and nuns, men lay followers clothed in white, both those leading lives of celibacy and those enjoying sensual pleasures, and women lay followers clothed in white, both leading lives of celibacy and those enjoying sensual pleasures, are accomplished in this Dhamma. This holy life is thus complete in that respect. Just as the river Ganges inclines towards the sea, slopes towards the sea, flows towards the sea, and merges with the sea, so too Master Gautama's assembly with his homeless ones and his householders inclines towards Nibbana, slopes towards Nibbana, flows towards Nibbana, and merges with Nibbana. Stop here for a moment. So here he is praising the Buddha because the Buddha and the assembly of monks and nuns and lay people are all accomplished in the Dhamma, having attained various stages of Aryahood. So you see, like monks and nuns, because they have completely renounced, they can attain the highest Arahanthood. And for lay people, men and women lay followers, because they renounce partially, they stay at home, but lead lives of celibacy, they can attain up to Anagamin. And then those leading household lives, householders, and enjoying sensual pleasures, they can attain up to the first and the second fruitions, Sotapanna and Sakadagamin. So the more you renounce, the higher you can stage you can achieve.